What's the funniest nickname that stuck throughout your entire service? Mine was Encyclopedia, and it followed me for 8 years because of one incredibly stupid moment during basic training. Week 3 of boot camp, we're doing weapons familiarization. Drill instructor asks a simple question about the M16's rate of fire. Should have been easy. Every recruit memorized those specs. But my brain decided to malfunction. Instead of saying 700 to 950 rounds per minute, I launched into this detailed lecture about the history of automatic weapons development. Started with the Gatling gun, moved through World War I machine guns, compared cyclic rates across different militaries. The entire platoon stared at me like I'd grown a second head. Drill instructor's face went through about 5 different expressions. Confusion, annoyance, then this weird fascination. Where the hell did all that come from, recruit? Truth was, I'd been obsessed with military history since childhood. Read every book I could find, memorized technical specifications for weapons I'd never seen, total nerd behavior. I just like reading, drill sergeant. Reading? What kind of reading? So I told him, military tactics manuals, unit histories, technical specifications for everything from tanks to aircraft carriers, battle analyses from every major conflict since Napoleon. He made me recite random military facts for the next hour. Effective range of a Barrett 50 cal, armor thickness on an M1 Abrams, flight ceiling of an Apache helicopter. I knew it all. Jesus Christ, recruit, you're like a walking encyclopedia. And that was it. Encyclopedia stuck immediately. Within a week, the entire training company was calling me that. Drill instructors started using me as their unofficial reference book. Hey Encyclopedia, settle this argument. What's the maximum effective range of an M240B? I always knew the answer. Couldn't help myself. My brain was stuffed with useless military trivia that suddenly became useful. The nickname followed me to my first duty station, then my second, then overseas deployment. Didn't matter where I went, within days someone would hear about the guy who knew everything and start calling me Encyclopedia. It got ridiculous. Officers would stop me in the hallway to ask random questions. Encyclopedia, what's the difference between a Bradley and a Striker? New guys would challenge me to trivia contests. I won every time. The worst part? People expected me to know everything about everything. Not just military stuff. History, geography, science, pop culture. My reputation grew beyond reality. Ask Encyclopedia, he'll know, but the nickname saved my career more than once. Got pulled into briefings above my pay grade because commanders wanted someone who understood historical context. Helped plan training exercises because I knew what tactics worked in similar situations. During deployment, intelligence officers would consult me about enemy weapons systems. Encyclopedia probably knows more about Soviet-era equipment than their own manuals. They weren't wrong. I'd studied everything. BMP variants, AK-47 modifications, improvised explosive device components. Knowledge became my specialty. The funny thing, my actual job was supply logistics. I tracked spare parts and ammunition, but everyone knew me as the walking reference library who could answer any military question. 7 years in, got promoted to sergeant ahead of peers with better performance records. Why? Because knowledge is power, and power gets recognized. My replacement tried to escape the nickname by being deliberately ignorant. Didn't work. Everyone just called him not Encyclopedia for his entire tour. Last day of service, retiring after 8 years, the battalion commander mentioned it in his speech. Encyclopedia taught us that learning never stops. Knowledge makes better soldiers. I still get Christmas cards addressed to Encyclopedia from guys I served with. My wife thinks it's hilarious. Our kids call their friends over to quiz daddy about random military facts. But here's the real joke. All that knowledge I accumulated, half of it's obsolete now. New weapons, new tactics, new technology. But the nickname lives forever. Instead, one moment of overthinking created an identity that defined my entire military career. Encyclopedia wasn't just what people called me, it became who I was.